everybody. Welcome to TFT Tarot for today. Divine Devlins with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show. We missed happy hour yesterday, but we had a great time at the arts and crafts store, didn't we?
We were pretty happy.
Well, financially, yes,
We
but
did well.
some really interesting conversation with people, bordering on some paranormal experiences they had. We talked to a couple who wanted to know more about tarot. They were starting to investigate it. Just all kinds of cool people, nice
Tara,
people.
did you hear your ears buzz like literally 5 seconds ago, 10 seconds ago?
I said, Kara, it's a good thing Kara is in here because I told her on my show that Sonny would be waiting and he's nowhere to be found.
No, he's just come out of his cave. Oh my God.
Are you kidding?
You twin flames are freaking me out.
Oh my gosh, there he is.
Sonny,
Oh my gosh.
Did you hear the siren call of Kara? Come.
I guess he was waiting, Kara.
Well, he'll get up here in a moment,
I'm sure.
It is so crazy, but that's us.
My life is crazy, Violet.
But we had a good
crazy.
time. We're even shaping up some future work with us. We might be presenting another workshop at the Grand Rapids event called Pagan Pride Day. So that's cool.
And we may have more of the same at that store, Arts and Craft, at least on Small Business Saturday in November.
Yeah, so more Saturdays that we won't be doing happy hour. And there's the sun.
Oh, look who arrived. I wonder why.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, so we're happy about it. We'll see.
It was awesome. And I bought some decks for my birthday.
Of course.
But they were old decks. It was interesting. There was nothing new there that I liked, but I got this Tess Whitehurst flower deck that she did. The name escapes me now, but I posted about it on Twitter. It's amazing. I really like it. I'm going to bring out that oracle soon. But I am bringing a tarot into the mix today because I asked the cards if I could do so. And it's called the Crystal Power Tarot. It's a Pippi deck, but it's very colorful. And they assign the tarot with crystals, and each card has an affirmation on it. It's from 2019, and I really like it. So I'm going to throw that into the mix today in place of the Voice Vision Tarot. And one last week of MJ Kulanana Mania.
All right. Well, as it turns out, the decks that I chose, I ruminated a little bit, and I thought, it's the eclipse tomorrow, and I thought, well, maybe I want some things that kind of are along with that. So one of my decks will be the Night Sun Tarot.
Oh, nice. Hey, I'm wearing a sun and moon today.
And that's a Lo Scarabeo designed by Fabio Listrani.
Yep.
And then I also have an older deck myself, an Egyptian style Tarot of Transition. And I figure like transition, okay. I have the Tarot of Secrets that I use here a lot. I also have an oracle if anyone wants it. It's called the Isis Tarot, but it's a 36 card oracle. I used to use it when I first started the emotional exchanges.
You know, Mr. O,
yes.
36 cards is aligned with the Lenormand. I wonder if it has Lenormand.
Read the book, see the movie. I have the English Magic Tarot, not necessarily an Eclipse Tarot. I have the Global Fusion Intuitive Tarot, and I have the Royal Dark Tarot, because of course eclipses are dark.
No, not exactly, but there are some things in here that sound Lenormandish.
That's what I thought. We talked about this before.
Okay.
You just don't remember because it was a while ago.
Well, at any rate, I have cuffed and shuffled while we were bantering here about decks. The Liminal Forest, going to use this one more time on the show for now and switch up to some other ones.
You stop that, Kara.
Mr. O will draw a card.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Gosh, you guys are in sync.
That means we're
and
all
I'm not talking the band in sync. Seed. Nice.
Seed. I don't know if you can see that glowy word seed there. There it is.
All right.
I know, it is really funny.
When you purchase a package of seeds, there is a promise. A promise that something will grow, provided the seed is tended to with care. Sometimes we find unknown seeds. They may have fallen out of their package or misplaced. We can only guess what it might become when we hold the unknown random seed, as many factors influence its growth. Only when it fully blossoms do we understand its journey. More than the resulting leaf or flower, the true power of the seed is the optimism it provides, driving our curiosity and inspiring us to nurture its growth. The seed's greatest gift is the lasting hope it gives us. The concept of the seed extends far beyond the confines of gardens and fields. It touches the very essence of human existence. Seeds of opportunities are scattered throughout our lives, often in the most unexpected places. These seeds represent the potential for new beginnings, relationships, growth, and transformation. They invite us to dream, dare, and explore the unknown with the promise of something magnificent. Like the gardener who tends each seed with patience and care, we must nurture these opportunities with dedication and perseverance. The journey from seed to bloom is riddled with challenges, yet this process enriches our lives, teaches us our lessons of resilience, courage, and the beauty of realizing our full potential. Now, isn't that a wonderful write-up on the seed?
I love it.
MJ Cullinane really does churn things out, but I have to say, sometimes when she's really in her game, man, she's in her game. This seed is very, seeds are hope. Seeds bring us hope. And, seeds can sometimes sprout and grow even without our care. When you think about some things that grow in some of the crevices and cracks in the sidewalk and harsh conditions, they grow. So, plant your seeds, plant your hopes, and then kind of, you can tend to them, nurture them, tend to them. But hey, sometimes if we let our seeds go, you never know. They may just sprout up without our care.
I love the concept. I think that, I've heard of, seeds that were found in thousands of years old pyramids or graves and have flourished. Seeds apparently just contain the seed of life. The seed of life. There's an active process. And so metaphorically or, in reality, something can grow. It just needs to be activated.
That's what we have for you.
You are the activator. Violet is the violator, but you are the activator.
Violet, what are we going to do with him?
Better. No, that's what you would do without me. Better. I said it.
You said it. Okay.
Hi, Jennifer, and hi, Sherry.
All right.
I know you guys snuck in just a few minutes ago.
Yes, nice to see you both. Nice to see everybody today. We're glad to be back.
Hello to everyone.
And like I said, we had a great time in person. It's nice to do in-person readings from time to time. It's kind of the closest we can get here is what we do with you, but also when we do video readings with people, whether we see you or we just hear your voice, I know those are paid for private readings, but there's a nice connection there. And so with the ones that we have done, I will just say that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that when we can actually see somebody and they interact with us on that more personal level than like here, there is a kind of magic that happens. So if you're interested at all in finding out about that, you can, of course, book a reading with us.
Yeah. I'm going to start this off with Libra this time, and I'm going to use my Crystal Power Tarot, give it a run. And let's see what we get for Libra. Libra wanted to know what the guardian angels have for me.
All right. Hey, Libra.
We'll do my reading, of course.
And also in honor of the eclipse, I have this little cloth to read on that has the moon and the sun on it.
Well, isn't that kind of like...
the eclipse. Oh, it's kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Put it down. Put it on there. No.
I could take it off, but I don't want to mess my hair any more than it is.
I see.
So my birthday's coming. It'll be over before Mr. O knows it.
Tell us something we don't know.
Still, we got some birthday readings coming up this month too, right, Violet?
That's right.
Oh, it's going to be a busy month. Lots of my fellow Aries. Are you yaying because it's almost over? Am I talking about my birthday, Violet? I know. I'm just kidding. All right. Okay. Well, we start with the Seven of Swords, Libra, and it's upright, so I'm going to read the affirmation on this card, which says, I take great care of what I value. It's the Seven of Swords, upright. And that's interesting here. You know, the Seven of Swords shows somebody stealing things away. So I would say this about this card. Don't let anybody, you know, maybe what the angels have for you right now, Libra, is not to let anybody steal your power. You know, steal, your power, and maybe also your precious time and energy. You know, this card sometimes is the card of the thief, and I know it's about clarity and kind of mental things going on and kind of laying low. So I would say this, you know, keep your power, you know, and don't expend it on people who don't deserve your time or energy.
You know, the Seven of Swords, upright or reverse, can really be challenging but also fascinating for readers, because there are a number of different ways you can go, you know, especially if you can kind of hone in on instinctually what's going on. So as an idea of, is this hidden messages, or what is this one again?
Oh, that is what
is coming?
What is coming, what they have for her.
There is a sense here that maybe it will be somebody who will be trying to, sneak one by you in a way. It could also be saying that maybe there's a call for you to possibly not be as open about certain things you're doing, mostly because you may be working below the radar for better purposes. You might be trying to do something that you want to keep secret, and it's for good reasons.
So why is this important? This is upright too, and I did mix and shuffle. I did readings with it before I used them today too. But I have here another sword card, Libra. So why is this important? It's the King of Swords, and ametrine is the stone on this card. I love ametrine. I trust my ability to make a strategic decision. So why is this important? Because, you know, the decisions, you need to make a decision about what you want to expend your energy and your power on. I think what this is saying, why is this important? It's an important decision how you use and hold on to your power and your time and your energy, how you use it, how wisely you use it. That's the King of Swords here, you know, making a wise decision.
And in my scenario or idea that maybe there's something here that you want to work under cover in a sense, it's important that you do this perhaps because you really are working towards a best possible best. You know, the King of Swords in this context says what you're working for is possibly even justice in some situation. That why you have to work undercover is because maybe something needs to be brought to light that changes a picture about fairness and justice.
And so where are things heading with all of this? Well, it's the Nine of Wands reversed. The affirmation on this card is, I am strong for as long as I need to be strong. Now remember, the Nine of Wands is reversed here. It may, to me, indicate, so where things are headed is that, I get the feeling here, Libra, this is playing out. This is playing out, and the guides, your angels are trying to warn you that you are going to be unprepared for something that is being thrown at you, that is going to take your time, power, your energy, and you're going to have to make a decision. Is it wise to really use it on this? It's going, and I think the guides, your angels are trying to warn you that, this could really drain you. This could really drain you and make you want to give up on something else important to you, maybe, in the process of, doing this. Don't, be careful how you use your time, your energy. It's vital. It's important to you right now.
No matter if it's more along, Banshee's scenario or mine, it's important to remember the King of Swords is your strength here in no matter what it is and how you do it, because where it is leading to, the Nine of Wands reversed, indicates maybe that despite your toils, you may still only achieve a mixed success of sorts, a mixed blessing. And so it's important for you to remember you did good. Please be careful, because this could...
He almost fell off the table on
I know, but you're sort of pushing him into that.
I wasn't.
That's how it looked to me. All right, so here's the Lenormand. The stars and the letter. Well, what do you think about that?
Well, what do I think about that? I dropped a card. What do I think about that? I think that there will be some there will be some news coming in that gives you hope. I think here too, though, that what this might be saying is that that this message in this reading, I feel, is the letter, the news that you need to take to heart here. And it's saying here that you're destined for better things than to sap your energy and time on things that, really will drain you and defeat the purposes that really your strength, your time, and energy are there for. You're destined to use it on something else. You have to make the appropriate decision, though. Otherwise, you'll fall into the trap of being sapped and drained and not putting it towards something else that's really more important to you.
Despite the implications of the Eight of the King of Swords and the strength that you can choose to wield, you're still probably finding that there's not really an outcome you're liking, but there is the idea that it's something that is still possible further down the line, maybe in the future, maybe not even the very far future. So I think what it's saying is, in terms of an immediate routing of success in this matter, or figuring out this matter, your success or finality is still yet to come. It will come maybe in a moon cycle or so from now. All right.
Sonny has left the room, the table. He's still here. I can't get too comfortable because I know he'll be back. So isn't this nice? This is the back of the cards. They're very colorful. Nice deck of cards. I like it. All right, let's move on.
Estelle, how do men see me? What kind of person do I look like to them? To men.
All right, that's your deck. And I wanted to add some things here to the discussion on the page. Then, if you have not seen us do a birthday reading, we do them at the beginning of our shows. And, and right around your birthday, you just have to let us know in advance. What?
I'm just repeating it.
Okay.
Let us know.
You just have to let us know. What is that? I don't know if that came off of Sunny. Not liking that. Let us know in advance if you've seen, if you're having a birthday, and we'll try to schedule it in. We like to do it after the card for the collective, so people can always go back to that date and look at the birthday reading, because it's good for a year, and it's how many cards?
6.
A 6-card reading, Zon. So
for
do
you.
check that out. That's right. For our followers.
All right.
Also, Jennifer, by the way, your question about scratch-offs, I've asked the cards similar. Maybe with a little bit of a higher threshold of winning, though.
Oh, well, wait till we get to that question. I have something to share.
Thank you, Angel. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. How do men see me? What kind of person do I look like to men? King of Pentacles is our first card.
I like it.
Four of Pentacles is our next card. These are all upright.
Yeah.
And the Lovers is our final card. And I
What?
find this interesting because, of course, most of the time your interests are about, finding romance, finding someone worthy to marry, that kind of thing. So here's what I see here. I think that the King of Pentacles maybe says there's an emphasis on management. And so the idea is that maybe you look like somebody who is trying to manage a proceeding or manage your life. And that could be a good look, but it could be a look that also says, that you have very much single purpose or a set of purpose that you're not necessarily flexible on. Okay, the Four of Pentacles often specifically talks about holding on to things, maybe material things. So it could be easily money, but it could be properties, or it could be things that have a physicality about them. So in this context, men could say that you're holding on to something that maybe they don't understand why you're not trying to give more of that in a way. And of course, that could be their perspective, because of course, men and women look at relationships differently, and they look at what they want out of them differently. And especially from a cultural aesthetic, there could be very big differences there. So then finally, the Lovers, I think the Lovers is telling me that men look at you and they maybe perceive the idea that you are trying to have more options, or that you are looking at possibilities or options that could involve them, but could also involve other choices.
It's funny you say that. I should let you finish your thing, because look at this.
First one?
Yeah.
So the Fish is the first one, and the Paths is the next one.
Doesn't that sound like what you said in a way?
Yes, in a way it does.
It
But
does.
remember, we're looking at the tarot,
Yeah.
at least, as how men are looking at a cell, or what they
I
possibly see in
understand
her.
that.
Okay, so when I look at those ones, then I sort of say that, and I don't know if this is really applying to their perception. It could be applying to just the general circumstance.
That's what I'm thinking. But anyway.
Is that there are pathways, or there are directions that are possibly in front of you, or the situation that could lead to more opportunities. The abundance of fish, the idea of,
Yeah.
in the American colloquialism, there are many fish in the sea, in terms of relationships, that if you don't find one mate, there's many more possibilities, and whether that's true or not.
I like that. Well, thanks.
Hi, Dr. Victor. Hi,
I guess
Siama.
it's time for me to get my 2 cents in on this.
Okay.
And is Dr. V and then Siama? Okay.
I think Siama's first. Yes.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right, I got it. So,
I see it's in
King
light.
of Pentacles here. I think, I'm looking at this preponderance of pentacle cards here, and thinking and in a way, we also got finance or earthiness with the fish. Fish is water, though, maybe more. Well, let me just touch on these 2 cards, Asel. I think that, they feel like you would be a great manager. When they look at you, they think of you in very practical terms. They see you as very practical oriented. They see you as somebody who could maintain a good home, that values things and cherishes things, that maybe they look at you as someone who wants somebody that they can feel really close and tight with. That in other words, a relationship with you would be, I don't want to go there. I'm not saying that. It's not smothering, but what it is you covet them, you keep them very close. So in other words, they realize that this could be like, if they're with you, they realize that, this could be a long-term investment. That some men maybe aren't necessarily ready to make that commitment initially, okay? So they will maybe back off. That might cause them to back off a little bit, some guys. But, you could attract somebody because I feel here that they look at you as somebody who's very, very smart and practical, and somebody who could maintain a great household, and who makes really responsible choices, and who is very dedicated and loyal in the relationship. I almost feel these two cards kind of go together as well. And when I look at the path and the fish here, I could look at this a couple of different ways. One is, if I look at it, this is just a message for you, Asel. This could say to me that you could find these men in a number of ways, in a number of places. They may cross your path. They will be crossing your path. And it will be more than one person that will be crossing your path that feels this way about you. So but does that mean that they're going to immediately be wanting a relationship with you? Not necessarily. Especially those men who are just playing the field right now and are not being very serious about things. So, but you will encounter all of these types of people on your journey to finding, the relationship you want. And on the other hand here, I would say that these men maybe feel that some of these people, when they look at you, may feel that there are alternate ways that they could be, that they could gain by, especially ones that, really are attracted to you, that could gain and be benefited by a relationship with you. That's the best way I could put it. There's abundant of reasons here, and that they could come up with for reasons to be with you. So why haven't you found them yet, or the right one yet? Because maybe they just haven't settled on you yet, or they aren't ready to walk in your life yet. But I have a feeling that, as your life is going on here, there are many paths and possibilities to this.
Nice.
So good luck with that.
All right. Good luck, Asel.
And we're on Divine Empress Aries, I think. Oh, Viddy came in.
Hi, Gary. It's a when question.
Oh, what is it?
When do we actually see them moving this year?
Well, throw some cards, but...
It's your deck, yes.
It is my deck, as I look at you like, why are you shuffling those? I will have my timing cards here, if we need them.
Okay. Well, we do, because that's the question.
You just want me to throw timing cards in?
No, that's not what I
Okay.
said.
Using the Raven's Dream Tarot for this one.
What was that?
He knocked down the board.
God, that was so startling.
Yeah, it was.
What's your problem?
He wants attention. Maybe that cat was out there. We have some cats roaming.
Yeah, there's a cat roaming out
probably
behind us.
stray, but we don't know. The neighborhood of late. And we can't possibly take another one in.
It's adorable looking, but no, we couldn't. It's too young.
Well, we
It's
have the
young
Four
looking.
of Wands up right here. I like the start of this, at least, mine.
Yeah, that's our party card.
But the Queen of Wands is here too, reversed. And so is the Two of Cups, reversed. Wow. I want to see your Lenormand, because I
Hi,
have some
Christine.
thoughts on this. You got the house there?
No.
No.
I have the child and the dog.
Oh.
So that's interesting.
It is interesting. Wow, this might even change what I was thinking here, but I'm going to go a couple different ways here with your reading, Divine, before we get out the timing cards. So it looks like you could settle on a place, a house. The Four of Wands is about building a foundation, and more importantly, the Four of Wands is about a reason to celebrate. So you could do this. You truly can. Now, all you have to do is focus on it. I think your energy has to be applied there much more than maybe it has been. I mean, we're talking about this a lot. I don't exactly know what you've been doing to really manifest this, Divine Empress. And the Queen of Wands reversed here is making me wonder about that a little bit. You need to get a move on. I think here, what is the Two of Cups? I wonder here if maybe, your purposes are divided right now. Maybe between relationship issues and finding this home. When I see that, or I could say here too, that maybe this duality, this Two of Cups is here because you want to move, but you're totally not moving on it yet. It seems as though there is a disconnect here between your passion and something else. So your passion to move needs to be aligned with your actual movements on this here to make it happen. What is blocking it? What is stopping it? What is holding you in the shadows here and stopping you from moving forward on it?
I like that a lot. It's sort of sad that I'm going to differ maybe a little bit.
I'm not surprised, but so take which one resonates to
But
mine.
I do feel that in general, this is not looking incredibly positive, but maybe I'm just seeing it for different reasons. Though I see a little bit of hope maybe with the Lenormand, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
I think the Four of Wands does speak for itself in the sense of that's really where your focus is. That's really a big part of what you're thinking about doing. To me, the Queen of Wands reverse says that maybe you have to sort of shake it up a little bit and go commando. A lot of times the Queen of Wands is kind of like a bitch. She has to enact being, kind of driven and hard to get what they want. And I don't see that as being an impossibility for you. I sort of feel that's within your character to, rise to this occasion and say, damn it, I'm doing it. That's fine. Having that sense of ambition is great. A lot of times women get picked on for being ambitious in certain ways. I'm just going to say that I'm not saying that this is placed well or misplaced. But when I look at the Two of Cups, though, I get the feeling like, hi, Jackie, that maybe what this is saying too is that you run the danger of not having good partners, people who you can harmonize with, if you are too much of an over. So it's sort of like you can press the issue more, or maybe you can try to get more cooperation or help from other people who may be able to help you. I think it's going to go to that latter idea, mostly because of what I see in the Lenormand.
This is so wild because one of these cards, I don't know if it was for you or someone else, but one of these cards we've had for someone recently in the timing deck. But before I get to that, let me look at the Lenormand here. I think remain loyal to the process, Divine Empress Aries, and start taking those small steps forward. Yeah. You just have to do it. You got to start somewhere and just really put yourself into this if you want to make it happen. And that leads me to these timing cards, because the first one I pulled, you asked when this year.
12 months.
But then I pulled this, and it says, are you asking from your true higher self? If so, the time frame is sooner than you think. So again, this is really like if you're very serious about it, and this is coming from your true self, then it's time to really get it in motion. And you can make that time frame sooner than 12 months. But it's up to you.
Well, there you go.
Good luck with that.
All right. Good luck, Divine.
Isn't it funny? It said 12 months. I know. And you wanted to know within 12 months. You can make that happen. You can do it. Good luck with that.
Okay.
All right. And hey, you let us know when you start getting close to that move. We want to know.
You're welcome. And we'll just see how it goes, Violet. Yeah, we are very close to having our total quota, so 3 more spaces left.
I must be missing some people. Oh, Christine and I got Jackie. I didn't get Christine. I didn't see Christine pop in. Hi there. All right. Yep, we are. 3 more, and
Okay,
that's it,
V
right?
asks, how will my love life play out this week?
Okay.
All right, and I will use the Royal Dark Tarot by the artist Mike Royal.
Oh, I have you on the list, Violet. I think. Am I missing somebody else? I'll have to look. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How could we forget you, Violet? You're a forget-me-not Violet.
I have 16 people, so I must be missing somebody. Let me take a look at your list.
Well, I already did some, of course.
I'll bet you I forgot to put Kara on again or something.
Kara,
Let's see, V, Lena,
Kara, we're not going to be able to do you
Zen,
today
Angel
due to
Rivera,
unforeseen
SP. Oh my gosh!
circumstances.
I forgot to put Kara on the list again.
Sorry, Kara, you miss out.
Jennifer's there, Sherry, Siama and Dr. V are there, Viddy, Christine, and Jackie, and you.
It's her fault.
So I have 17 people, so that's still 3 more people.
Right, which is what we said.
Okay, okay.
V, how will my love life play out this week?
Sorry, Kara.
First card, Queen of Chalices or Queen of Cups. Upright.
Ooh, nice.
Second card is the reversed Knight of Wands. Sunny, you are perilously close to knocking some cameras when you do that crap.
And see, as soon as I get myself comfortable and put things back on the table, he comes back. You silly boy.
Final card, the upright Five of Cups.
And I missed what that other one was.
It was the reverse Knight of Wands.
Oh.
So this is a little bit of a mixed bag, V. I hope you don't mind me telling you that.
Well, I look at the Queen of Cups and I think you're very receptive and open-hearted this week to love and trying to make something, happen here in a positive sense for you. But, with this Knight of Wands reversed, it seems like there's difficulty in getting things moving in the direction you want them to, whether it's in an existing relationship or looking for, a partner, someone else. And the Five of Cups upright here is indicating to me that it just seems as though there's disappointment. There's disappointment this week, and you're focusing yourself on that. And you need to just let it go. I think at some point you will, but this week it's going to be hard to let it go. You want something to happen this week, and it's not. And I feel you're very open and willing and wanting and loving, but it's just not going to happen.
That Queen of Cups is really nice. It does suggest everything Banshee said. I think it also maybe suggests in a backwards kind of way that you should try to focus and give love to where you know it can be received. And so that may be more familial love. It may not necessarily be romantic love, but maybe if there are children in your life, if there are parents or siblings or cousins or good friends or neighbors, maybe you can think about that instead. The Knight of Wands reversed, maybe indicating that there would be a struggle this week feeling brave or confident enough to really push where you think you want to push. And that could be a relationship that you've been talking about or that you're questioning about. This could be saying that you might be getting indications that you can't really put your energy or projection that way. It doesn't mean it will always be that way, but maybe for this week, it's not going to really focus well for you. And maybe it's because of that Five of Cups there. The Five of Cups may be saying you're perceiving loss, but there's not a total loss. There are things that you still can have appreciation from, like I mentioned earlier with the Queen of Cups.
Well, I have some thoughts about this one.
It's the whip, so as they say, whip it good. And the ring.
So, I think what you need to do here, V, if you want, well, gosh, I could look at this two ways. That's the problem. And I'm not sure which way to tell you. Maybe Mr. O will have some better thoughts here, but because what I'm thinking is it's one way or the other here. You need to commit to either being a little less aggressive in wanting something to occur this week so you're not so disappointed in outcomes, or maybe if you really want to make something happen this week, you have to commit to being more aggressive to making it so. In
my view,
okay.
It is that, what you just said, mostly because of what I said, about the Knight of Wands reversed, that indicated that maybe you're struggling to find the bravery or confidence to push forward in the area you want to. So this is a reminder from the Lenormand saying that although you may feel that way, that you're inhibited, you actually would probably do well if you could commit to that. It just sort of indicates that there would be a breakthrough for you, or at least a movement for you. If nothing else, it's you selling yourself, I'm doing what I want to sort of make love happen, or a kind of love happen.
Well, I'm sorry I'm in two minds a lot today, but at least I'm giving you some options, and I like what Mr. O said there. So I wish you luck, V, in trying to get through obstacles this week.
Good luck, V.
Good luck.
All right. And Lena, my question, general for the next 3 months.
Okay.
So that'll be yours.
Yep. All right, we are on the Ghost Unfinished Business Tarot, and I have no room to shuffle. Surprise, surprise. Whoa. I didn't drop any, did I? No, I'm sure.
So, of course, as mentioned earlier, the eclipse is this week. Who knows what will really happen? Will we turn into superheroes and fly away, or save the earth, even something like that? I don't know for sure, but I will be back on Wednesday with Goth Tarot, and maybe we will follow up
on we're still here on Wednesday.
Right, follow up with whatever the eclipse's ultimate messages may have been. I know that.
I'm thinking actually I'm going to use my Oracle of Portals deck tomorrow for Oracle reading. See what that has for us. I was debating whether to use one of my moon decks or astrology decks, but I think I decided I wanted to use the Oracle of Portals. For tomorrow's collective Oracle card.
It's all a matter of perspective.
All right. So, general for the next 3 months for Lena. Let's see. Well, we start with the Magician reversed. Ooh, that's nice, though. Interesting. We've got the Six of Wands upright. Ooh. And we have the Page of Cups upright.
In Lenormand, we have the Heart and the Sun.
Wow, I wasn't going to go with something romantic, Lena, because because until I saw the Page of Cups, and then I really began to wonder. And then he's got that. So, sheesh, manish. I feel here, this is a little mixed bag of cards because I really don't like the Magician reversed. But I guess I'll say this, that sometimes when we least expect it, when we feel we just, nothing's coming together, we can't seem to manifest what we want, in love and romance, it tends, or in anything for that matter, but in this reading I think I'm going to focus on love and romance, Lena. It seems to happen. We end up with a victory, an unexpected success. And it may seem like it's unexpected, but really, you've been working hard or wanting this for a long time. And so now is the time that maybe, in these next 3 months, you're going to be recognized and seen by somebody who may want to start a relationship with you. I don't think this person is bad. I don't think this card relates to this person. I just think it relates to the circumstances that, you just don't feel like prepared, and that that this maybe is happening out of the blue almost, that it may not even be. I know you've been talking about a particular person lately, Lena. I'm wondering if this is indicating to me that it might be someone else, someone new, because of the Page of Cups here as well. But the Page of Cups is the start of a romance potentially here. Maybe the beginning of a first date, an encounter with somebody that could lead to a successful love relationship here with the Sun and the Heart together.
I like the idea of looking at the Magician reversed as it combines with these other cards and saying, that's maybe in context, the sort of edginess or uncertainness of falling in love.
Yeah.
Of sort of having an emotional vulnerability that allows you to sort of sink into that in a way. And so, of course, the Six of Wands is saying, maybe, you feeling awkward, unprepared, uncertain, and yet somebody recognizes something in you because of that that's adorable to them or whatever that is, and it does really kind of kick off the sense of maybe it's a new relationship, or maybe it is a rekindled one with somebody else. But I think I'm leaning with Banshee towards something new, and I think that you have been looking to see if something new does happen or whether something else happens. What's going on?
I don't know. But Violet has left the room, so we can talk about her now. No, I'm just kidding.
Nene, boo, boo.
She'll say, I heard that.
Apparently she did.
Oh, no.
I like how she says, be right back, and then a few lines later, be right back. Which is it, Violet? So with
Sorry, Violet.
With the Lenormand and the Sun facing the Heart.
Boy.
Did you already do it?
Oh, yeah, I did the whole thing.
You did, okay. Well,
What's
to
taking
me,
you so long?
that waiting for you to finish usually, if I had to be honest. So the Sun, the Sun facing towards the Heart, maybe is saying, no, this isn't V, this is Lena. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Lena.
That it is probably something new because it's something you're finding out in a way. I think of the Sun as sort of illuminating in a way too. I mean, there's all those other ideas about success and stuff, but I think this is saying really something new will come to you within the 3 months, romantically speaking. All right.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
I never like to get people's hopes up too much about these readings. I would just say this, Lena, be open, be receptive, keep your eyes wide open. And, this seems to be a positive sign that maybe you should focus your attention on love and romance for the next 3 months. Good luck with that.
Okay. And Zen is up. Hey, Zen.
Hey, Zen.
Would like a general love reading this month.
Right.
The month ahead. Okay, so that'll be mine, and I will use the Global Fusion Intuitive.
I gotta move my stuff off of here because I know I'm just inviting him back. Oh, I'm drinking some wonderful lemongrass green tea. It's so nice and pleasant. I was going to get lemon balm, just a lemon balm tea without the green tea. Maybe I'll do that next time.
Can you see him over there? He's back in his sunspot.
Oh, is he? Okay.
So maybe he's going to nap out again.
Well, as soon as I put stuff on the table, that won't be the case. So I'm not going to invite disaster. All right.
You're welcome, Zen.
Okay.
Why don't you wait, though, until we get the reading, because maybe you won't thank us afterwards.
You're so silly.
All right. The first card is the Four of Cups. It's upright. The second card the second card is the Knave or Page of Cups. And of course, cups are the same as hearts, which is why this particular artist interpretation uses a heart. He also uses other cards to represent
So we
swords,
got the
etc.
Page of Cups again.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And so then our final card is the upright Eight of Pentacles. So you
Well,
have all
okay.
uprights, which is
All right,
nice.
well, wait.
And they're all pretty good. But wait, there's more. The Lily and the birds. The birds are the words. Maybe.
Well, it's interesting to me because the Four of Cups is kind of a card of pulling back, you know? So that, like, and this is love for how, generating for the month ahead, right? Oh, is it just a general love reading for the month ahead? Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think here this is almost like pulling yourself back, but maybe it's something else here. Maybe it's talking about you just sitting back and thinking about how can you bring more love into your life this month? What can you do? Sometimes we do without thinking. Sometimes we need to think without doing. And maybe right now, at least for a little bit while Mercury is in its real active phase here, you ought to sit back and contemplate this a little bit. I feel here that you should be open and receptive to something, to starting something new. That maybe something new could come into your life, or if you are in a relationship now, things could improve. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, it's really saying you are going to have to put some work into this. I mean, you can't sit back forever. That's one thing, and think about it. You are going to have to open that door and try to make it happen, and also put some work into this. It's just not going to happen on its own. I think here you need to commit to doing some long-term networking or getting yourself out and among people. Whether, socializing. Sometimes this can be about social media, and this can be about communicating virtually as opposed to, in person. But I think here with the tree being here too, I think growth happens from getting out and about socially.
Well, I see something just a little bit different here, Zen. I sort of feel that maybe this Four of Cups here is the contemplation that leads to more planning, because something new happened, something, a chance encounter, somebody that, has perked up a little bit of interest, and maybe it's likewise, there's, a little bit of an attraction. So I have a feeling like maybe you will somehow, out of the blue, meet something, or some spider sense will tingle with somebody or something.
I like
and
that.
You'll move to contemplating how to capitalize on this, how to plan better for this. Maybe it's something that, really will begin to formulate in your mind, because each of you feel these possible mutual attractions. So then moving down to the Lenormand, I think this is saying really the idea that this is something happening, and it provokes the idea of a communication or a dialogue that begins to happen between you and this person, and that itself is evolving into a relationship. And maybe it's even evolving into a relationship that starts at a much more casual approach, that it's not necessarily about, oh, I'm here to, find the swingers, that kind of thing. And I'm not saying that you're that person, but I'm saying being friends first sometimes could work out pretty good too.
Friends first. Well, something that you can grow into. So,
yeah. I'm not saying we're friends
you
transitioning to, lovers. It's more like just saying taking your time getting there.
Obviously, you may like his interpretation more there, because basically, if I get what he's saying right, he thinks that this could be the start of something new that you need to
Hey, that's a song. This could be the start of something new.
That you may need to contemplate and, try to work on figuring out what your next moves are going to be. If you really want to move this forward. I can see all that. I'm still going to stick with what I said. So there's 2 options here for the way this month can go. But I like the way he put this together here. That's really quite nice, Mr. O. You must be nicely inspired by yesterday's readings.
I was. No, I was more inspired by you.
He wasn't inspired by me. He was inspired to try to outdo me.
You mean I don't, just by existing?
Anyway.
That's
what we have for you, Jen. Good luck with that. So we're on Angel Rivera now, right?
Oh, does that mean I get to pull an oracle?
Angel may have some appointments. I don't know if he's here. He wants an oracle card.
I got that.
You want to use the little deck? Go ahead.
The little deck that could.
I have to let him use this oracle, Angel.
Angel, I am happily using my Isis Tarot, which is really an oracle. It's a 36 card oracle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's the back of them. I like them. I used to use them in the emotional exchanges when I first started it.
He says, just keep it simple. You're good at that.
I'm being cut to the quick here.
You do plenty of
Fine,
chop,
it's just
chop,
31 card.
O.
You're welcome, Zen.
Hey, you're welcome, Zen. You do plenty of chop there yourself,
Chop,
buddy.
chop. Well, someday the truth will come out.
The truth is out there.
No, does this do reverses? I think it does, actually. Yes, it does. Okay. You had the trial, number 12, and it's reversed. Okay, there's 2 different readings here. There's one that's called the state of mind, and then there's one that's called the oracle. So state of mind, reversed. Egocentrical and arrogant. Refined and sly. Refuses spirituality. False prophet. No flow through for the higher self. Okay.
Yeah, what are you going to do with that?
Maybe this is saying this is a time where that kind of, figures in right now too, that you're encountering a person like that, or you're encountering situations that might make you feel a little bit jaded in certain respects. But here's the oracle reversed. Well thought out plans that remain theoretical, unexpected projects and intentions, a promise not kept, abuse of good sentiments, the querent cannot realize anything, hidden conflicts, discord, overrating yourself. So yeah, this is kind of brutal. It's a little bit harsh here. And I forgot that a lot of times these oracle cards do have a reversed interpretation in this particular
I don't
deck.
know if it's particularly brutal. What I would say, Angel, one of the things that stood out to me when he was reading the oracle aspect of it is these ideas of did it say unthought out or well thought out?
Well thought out plans.
Well thought out plans that remain theoretical.
Yes.
So in other words, I think what this card is wanting you to do is to, take those plans that seemingly are well thought out that you may have from the theoretical and into the real, the practical. Bring them forward. In other words, don't keep them there unrealized. If they're well thought out, it's time to set some of them in motion.
That's a good point. I like that because I think that sometimes when we are talking about our will, our magical will or otherwise, when we, make excuses for things we promised or things we intended to do, we are chipping away at our will. And of course, I don't know you well enough to say, that that's really what's going on here. But I just think this is a nice oracle to remind everybody, maybe, perhaps, that your word should be important enough to be your bond, in most cases. And when it's not, you're only taking away from yourself, from what you can control or what you can affect.
Well, I'm going to stick with the plans because I feel here it's saying that you maybe have been trying to, germinating something a while, and you've given it a lot of thought, and it seems as though it's something that could be a reality, but it's going to remain theoretical whether it's going to work for you or if it's going to be good for you or not unless you bring it to the surface. And so in a sense you're doing yourself a little bit of an injustice here. I'll be a little tough on this. If you don't carry it through, you need to carry through something that you've been giving a lot of good thought to, and bring it to light. Bring it to light now.
And that's what the trial is, I guess, is that maybe there's something that's really important, and how you deal with that really can have ramifications for going forward.
Well, good luck with that.
Good luck with that. And we don't have to use this one again if you didn't like it.
It's not that I did not like it. You need to be able to expound on that. It may just have keywords a lot, and then you got to just kind of take it and run. And to me, with an oracle, even though, I'll read the whole thing and some of it may resonate with you that may not resonate with me, I might look at part of that oracle, something that stands out to me intuitively that I'm going to say, that I'm going to focus on when I talk about it to you.
Well, you see that booklet, it is really kind of a briefer thing. They don't get into a lot of
like that.
Stuff, so yeah. I probably just need to work with it more so I can become more
confident.
confident.
Then I'll let you do more oracles. It's fine.
All right. So SP is up.
You're welcome, Angel.
You're welcome, Angel.
SP is up.
Okay. That will be your deck.
Okay, message from the universe. Let's see. I have an idea with how I want to read this one. It's going to be my reading, but just follow me as I go here. I mean, everything's going to be the same except maybe the first one, and you'll see what I do with that. The first card. So message from the universe, you've been feeling low. So this is either going to be about what you can do about this feeling low, or it could be just what it is that is causing this right now, some of the background. Let's see what comes out here. I'm curious to see. We've got the Three of Cups reversed. So is connections with others making you feel low right now, SP? This could be in the business world that you just feel like there's a disconnect going on there, with colleagues or bosses or whoever. Or this could be in your personal life that you're not feeling happy or satisfied. you may feel let down by others right now in one of these spheres, and it's getting to you. You know, you're wondering, where are these people when you need them, when you've done stuff for them, when you've been there for them. You know, even a company or corporation we can feel that way about too. So this could be in your business or personal life, but you're feeling let down, I think, by others, and, you know, either, you know, that you feel isolated from them, or they're not following through, or they're not there when you need them.
It feels that way. It feels like this is definitely about your emotional connections with certain people, whether they're, you know, co-workers or friends or family or whoever. And maybe there's also a sense really that you feel that they don't realize that they've left
That's
you out,
right.
that it's really sort of like
That's
they've
good one.
taken you for granted in a certain way. And so it's not about maybe a deliberate, you know, harmful feeling so much as just sort of being taken for granted, that they just expect you to be there for them, but they're not necessarily seeing things the other way around.
So why is this important? Got the Seven of Swords reversed. So I think why this is important is because you feel as though you haven't been able to speak your truth. That maybe you've had to remain silent for so long about what's going on, or accepting it, and you really want to clear the air. Or maybe you really need to clear the air.
I think it could be that, but I think it could also be something else too, that isn't so much clearing the air, but maybe is a truth or secret that needs to come out. It could be something that's maybe further in the past, but really does have an impact between those relationships or connections. But I think either way, it's important that whatever this is sort of come out, and you're the one that will have to do that.
Interesting ending. So where are things headed?
Oh. Well, this could be saying that really this resets the status quo. That this, or that it maybe imposes a status quo that has structure, but maybe not necessarily definable outcomes. I'm not sure why I'm saying that, but it just sort of feels like I should say that.
Well, you know, this isn't necessarily a negative card here, but I have a feeling with what I've been telling you here, SP, I have to look at this in a little bit of a different light. I think it is about a status quo. So where are things headed? If you don't speak out, if you don't let people know what's bothering you, the status quo is going to remain. And nothing's going to change. So if you want to remain in this state, do nothing. Say nothing. Just keep on keeping on. But if you want something to change, you're going to have to shake things up here. Now, it may cause, it could go either way for you. I mean, you may shake things up to a point where others won't want to deal with you anymore, or say, we're done with this, so we're not going to be there for you. Or it may make them realize the truth of the matter and that they need to do something. One way or another, you can stick with the status quo, which is safe and secure, at least, but making you unhappy, or you can try to do something about this.
Where do you see the line of mine? I'm not sure what to make of this, but you have the birds.
Text communication.
I know, and the letter.
That's the need to get it out there.
Yes.
That's the need
So it
to
really
communicate.
corroborates what you were saying, I think.
Holy
Yeah.
cow. So I think here this is saying, hey, if you can't speak to people, write a letter, write it out. But if you put it in writing, but one way or another, you need to open up. You need to open up if other people are involved in this situation and they are the reason you are feeling unhappy. They are stymieing you in some way.
There may be something that has an officialness about this, which is why the letter could be there. The idea that maybe this really involves things that have a legal or business or contractual kind of basis here.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's a maybe. I'm just wondering.
I like that.
But it is certainly, I think, reinforcing the idea that you need to get this out and talk about it.
Because the letter could be about documents, you know. So, interesting, SP. Good luck with that. I wish you the best. I hope you can cheer up. I hope you can do something proactively to, break the doldrums that you are experiencing right now.
Yeah, I like that too, Violet. Thanks.
Yep. Nice job, Violet. And Kara, I think, is up. The person I forgot to put on the list.
Oh, so, well, we'll do it.
Wow. Mr. O.
What does Spirit have for you? I'm going to use my my English Magic Tarot.
All right, let's see what's out there.
So this is your reading, right?
Oh,
What does Spirit have for me?
yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
What does Spirit have for Kara? The Ace of Wands. The idea of a beginning project, enterprise,
Romance.
network situation that really seems like it fills you with a sense of confidence and purpose. It fills you with a sense of really connecting too, because a lot of this is about growthful kind of things.
Getting things off the ground, getting things started, getting things initiated. Which could also be, like I said, a romantic encounter, something growthful, something positive, something that you can feel motivated and enthusiastic about. So that's what Spirit has for you. It's time to get set something in motion that that you can really dive into, with enthusiasm.
So, why is that important? And it's the reverse Three of Cups. And I think it's important because I think you need a new crowd. I think you need something new. I think what maybe your emotional
Don't leave us, Kara.
Don't leave us. No, this is talking about all those other losers,
Oh my God! Oh my God!
No, Walter's not a loser, Walter's a loser from the past. But no, this could be saying that, it's important because you feel like there's something lacking with some of your personal or, emotional connections. Maybe you're not feeling like you're really part of the crowd, or you're not feeling the fellowship that you want to feel. So this could be saying that the new project is really about, finding new roots for yourself or finding new connections for yourself.
Well, I agree with part of what he says, and I think here that starting something new and initiating something new might actually make you feel, like letting go of some of the things that just you haven't been connecting with lately. Whether it's something, it doesn't have to be, I feel in this case, necessarily people. It could be some other projects or goals or things in your life that you've lost a connection for. And it's time to really work on something that will inspire you more. And that you really not just only want to get off the ground, that you'll want to follow through on.
So where will this lead to? Ooh, it's the Queen of Cups. And she's upright.
Gosh.
And so this sort of like puts you back into
a romantic thing almost.
or just the emotional.
The
emotional sense of control.
Or passion.
Okay. But I mean really feeling like, you have happiness and you have control over what brings you happiness.
So again, getting something off the ground that will make you feel inspired, motivated, will allow you to just set aside those things in your life Or it's important for you to do this so you can set aside those things in your life that just really you haven't connected with in some time. And where is this headed? To following a passion, to following something you can really feel more passionate about and again, enthusiastic about. Well, let's take a look at this, shall we?
Oh no! No, it's the garden. Just kidding. And the clover. Uh-oh.
So this could
Clover.
inspire you to, I don't know, wow, this is so weird.
It means, I guess it means you will have luck in this endeavor of moving out maybe more publicly. I mean, I guess it throws it into that idea that
Isn't it?
what I said, that, you
It
might
does,
be
in a
making
way.
more connections or moving into a new circle.
I feel here that, right, well, this could connect you, this could be lucky for you and provide you with, connections or people that share your interest. Maybe if you start going public with what you're doing, you will attract people who share that interest with you. And it could open new doors for you. So I could see it with what I said as well, but I could also see it on that personal level. I was thinking of love and romance here in the beginning too. I did try to shout that out, that maybe the beginning of a new friendship or relationship will allow you to ditch some, bad connections, as Mr. O put it earlier, and it will fill your heart with more passion and love. And this could prove lucky to you. This could get you out socializing more. So, and I almost feel this this could either go two ways here, Kara. This could be socializing in a virtual sense, but it could also be socializing in a physical sense, with more getting together physically with people. Like maybe joining a group or some kind of a group or organization that shares your interest or hobby or whatever it is you want to pursue. So, good luck with that. I like it.
All right.
And we're on Jennifer. Oh yes, the $15 win. Well, let's take a look. I think that's a good yes/no question, really. And I'll do I'll do the yes/no. You can do some Lenormand on that. Okay. So you're basically want to know if you will win over $15. Let's see.
I have a colic sticking up in the back, and I can't make it stay down.
That does make it worthwhile.
You're welcome, Kara.
Because I've had plenty of those $2, $5, $10 wins. 15 is more worthwhile. 20, 25, 50.
Mr. O is yawning. I don't know why.
Wow.
I am.
I don't know why either. Well,
Long drive yesterday.
it was a long drive yesterday. I'm a little peaked, but I feel better today, actually. I didn't get the greatest night's sleep, but I didn't have a bad night's sleep. I was tired. I was exhausted. I went to bed early, but I had a little trouble falling asleep. And I got up a few times, and I got up too early. I wish I could have slept in more, but I did not. But I think I got a good, in between I did
Guess what I see?
What?
Guess what I see?
What?
Chocolate brown on chocolate brown. Do you see her over there?
No.
Where I pointed. That's where it is.
Oh, there. Shadow is on this soft, furry bed I got for them.
She loves it.
She seems to like it. She's taken to it. It took her a while. Actually, none of the cats wanted to sleep on it, which freaked me out. I'm like, this is supposed to be a comfort bed for dogs or cats. Why don't you like it? And they just kind of gave it a double take and didn't want to sniff it up and didn't want to get on it. But she's on it a lot now, which is good. Shadow's been switching it up a lot lately where she sleeps. She's been all over the place in the different beds and stuff. Wow, this is definitely not your day to gamble, I'm afraid, Jennifer. But hey, prove me wrong. We got the Ten of Swords reversed here. We got the King of Swords reversed here. It's like a definite no.
It seems to be a definite no.
Then we have the Hierophant reversed here. What do you have? I want to see it. Because I have a feeling about this.
The Ship.
Yeah.
And the Bouquet.
Wow. So, you know,
the gift is leaving.
I think the thing is that, you know, the Ten of Swords is reversed here. But, you know, I remember long ago, one of the first interpretations of a reversed Ten of Swords that I have seen from Eden Gray, way back in the day, was time brings healing, tomorrow is another day. And so it's saying you probably shouldn't do it today. You aren't going to gain by doing it. And then the King of Swords reversed is basically magnifying that by saying it's really not a decision in your best interest today to do this. And finally, with the Hierophant reversed, it's saying maybe you need to think outside the box more, or again, think of an alternate day to do this. With the Lenormand, it just seems to me that there is joy to be had by moving in a different direction.
I'm going to just say I totally agree with that. I like it. Nothing more need be said.
The lottery player me has spoken.
Right.
But Jennifer, you know, I mean, if you're not spinning your shirt, you
Prove
can give
her
it
wrong.
a try. Prove us wrong.
Prove her wrong.
I think if I had to say anything about this negative cards here, I think what it's saying is I don't know how much you planned on spending. If it was 15 or if it was less, you might be able to break even, but you would not get more than that.
Yeah,
So let's
there
say
you
you played a $5 on lottery today. You would not win 15. You might win your 5 back, but you wouldn't win 15. So, and I wouldn't bank on it. We've got a definite no here. So try another day and good luck with that.
Feeling lucky. All right.
They're not all fixed, Violet. I win fine sometimes. And my birthday month is incredibly lucky usually.
And now we're on Sherry.
And have I won yet? Why, as a matter of fact, yes, I did. I want to get into it, but I did have a surprise win. So, it wasn't huge, but it wasn't small either. It was more than $15, absolutely.
All right, Sherry,
All right.
general reading.
All right.
Okay. So I will use the Night Sun Tarot. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, and I think we should close the list at this point. I don't think we would be able to finish all of these by 4.
And as soon
so-
as you say that, Victoria will appear.
Okay, I'm
Or Anthony.
taking the challenge.
Oh, okay. You
Whoops.
do it.
I am taking the challenge. Wait,
You do it, Mr. O.
I can't find it.
I
Oh, there
would
it is.
put it there.
And I will pin that.
I was going to do it, but I'll let him.
I got it. Thundercats are go! My son used to sing that.
Shuffle, Mr. O.
I think that's what that technically was sort of a side shuffle there. Look what I did.
Well, you know, Mr. O, if you would take so long with some of these readings, you might have gotten more people in.
Maybe. No, I'm always waiting on you. You're the one who takes a long time with the readings.
He was so long with the rose readings today. Man.
I can put this to the lie. I have the
Oh,
cover.
but now that you're under the time watch, you'll be good.
No,
I
that's
know
for
how you
timing you.
I know how you
That's for
Scorpios
timing you.
operate. All right, because you never time yourself.
Stand by for bickering. All right, general love reading, was that what that was?
You know, we had
general
to be
reading.
good in front of everybody else yesterday, so now we're being bad in front of you.
Because you're worth it. Okay, Sherry.
What?
The reversed Eight of Swords. Thanks, Jackie. And reversed Temperance. Oh boy. But upright Three of Cups. So it's kind of interesting. Do you want to throw yours out?
General reading for Sherry. Well, yeah.
The Sun and the Lily.
So your cards are a little obtuse to me again. This one is the Ten of Swords.
No,
Eight of Swords?
it's the reversed Eight of Swords.
The reversed Eight of Swords. Sherry, liberation.
Yes.
You know, rising beyond your anxieties or self-doubts to pursue something now. You feel like you're liberated from some sort of situation where you didn't feel in your comfort zone.
Well, you know, a lot of times classically the Eight of Swords stands for somebody who maybe feels they're limited in certain ways from doing a certain action. But sometimes the deeper core of the message is that you yourself may be doing that to yourself. It's not always true, but a lot of times we like to feel that maybe sometimes we tell ourselves, I can't do that, or there's no way I can do that, or we just don't see ourselves having a level of freedom or movement that we might like. And of course, feeling that way, that we are actually going to liberate ourselves, as Banshee put it, maybe, you know, brings mixed feelings, because there's Temperance reversed, and maybe this is saying, you know, we feel a little bit out of balance with that, because sometimes maybe the idea of being structured gives us a support that we sort of say, well, that's because of this. And so we have something we can refer to and say, it's not my choice necessarily. I'm not saying you're using this as an excuse, but I'm saying that human nature kind of implies that some of us may do that.
You're liberating yourself and freeing yourself now to pursue things that maybe, you know, you felt you've had self-doubts about, is going to really bring things back into balance again. I feel the opposite here.
It's reverse.
I know it's
Okay.
reversed, but I think the problem was the fact that you were having self-doubts was why there were these imbalances. And I feel that this is turning this around. I really do.
Well, maybe this was really the first card, and this is what comes then.
Maybe, but I'm reading it the way I am.
Okay.
It still makes
We
sense
did that
to
yesterday,
me.
though. We
We
looked at
did,
cards.
and we do that a lot here. We go all over the place.
True.
Sometimes I start at the end. What's the end card again?
Three of Cups, upright.
Oh, Three of Cups upright. Well, and I feel here that maybe now you also feel that you have support in this, that you have the support from others, or maybe now you realize that you are not alone. You know, you maybe were feeling like you couldn't handle this on your own, and now you feel like maybe you don't have to.
I like that. I think this is definitely talking about a sense of support. It might also be saying, too, that there's something about that feeling of connection, too, that kind of bolsters you, too, that gives you more than just once said self-support, but really is magnified in a way. I like a sense of magnification with that.
Well, so, and if we wanted to start with the middle card, I'm thinking here I would say this. If you feel something in your relationships has been off, has been off kilter, I think here, you are now free to create connections for yourself that are more supportive. You're liberating yourself from being closed, being stifled by this, and you're able to make better connections now.
Okay, that's interesting. A little feedback from Sherry. So with the Lenormand, this is still an evolving process, I guess. The Lily says you're still growing towards some sort of full realization of things about yourself, a perception of yourself on different levels, a perception of yourself alone or as you interact with some of these situations or people.
There's a sense here that you are evolving into somebody who can achieve, and I don't know what's going to go off here, some sort of epiphany maybe. Once we take the blindfolds off and once we release ourselves from the prison we put ourselves into, we can see the light. And I feel here you are evolving into somebody who can now pursue their dreams, their goals, and what success they want to bring into their lives.
All right. So that's what we have, Sherry.
Good luck with that, Sherry.
Thank you.
Nice reading.
That was nice, I think.
I do too.
Hope you liked it. All right. And Sayama is up with a general reading.
Okay. I'm going to use this deck again.
Okey-doke.
Crystal Power Tarot. General reading. Okay.
By the way, don't forget to check out Banshee's Material Matters. It was on this morning. We had a great time. We had a number of people there, and it was really good information to help you get through your week, financially speaking.
Well, okay, Siama, right? Siama.
Mm-hmm.
Let's lay these three cards out, Mr. Oaks, a general reading, and then I might look back at the affirmations. I'm not going to read them right now. But we have, starting off, the Six of Cups upright. Reversed is the Five of Cups reversed. And we have the Seven of Wands reversed.
Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate hearing that.
Aw, thank you, Sherry.
We're always happy if we know we did
Appreciate
something
it.
good.
I want to see the
You are so welcome.
Lenormand. I do want to see them now.
There's one.
The ring.
Oh, it is the ring, isn't it?
It's in a
I
case.
thought it was a compass.
I know, it looks like a compass.
So
I thought about that.
The ring masquerading as a compass. Isn't that a ring, though? And then the moon. Oh, my goodness.
What? Well, I don't know. But let's take a look at this here. So, the affirmation on the Six of Cups is, I remember and treasure past happiness. Could it be that someone is coming back from your past that you're going to be very happy to see? Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to go with these cards. I mean, this is a general reading, and sometimes I don't tie them all together. But I'm going to see how this goes. But I almost feel like here, this doesn't have to be a lover or anything necessarily, Siama. This could be an old friend, somebody from your family you haven't seen in years, whatever the case may be. Somebody you haven't seen in a while who comes back and maybe you reminisce on happy times.
And even if that isn't possible, that they physically come back to you, maybe you'll enjoy a letter
A conversation.
or a Zoom or a phone call. Or maybe, someone will remind that person to you and you'll spend an afternoon thinking about your connections and then you'll connect with them.
I like it. It's really a positive card of a connection to your past and something good from your past.
But I think Banshee thinks that maybe there is a physical meeting here because of the next card. The Five of Cups reversed could indicate somebody returning.
Maybe.
Doesn't it?
Reversed, maybe. It says, I will move forward when the time is right.
So they're moving in reverse because it's reversed?
I didn't say that they were all connected together necessarily.
Okay, so that's my
Mr.
choice
O.
to do it that way.
So, what I would think about this other card here is that, okay, I will say one thing if I want to connect them together is that if somebody is coming back from the past, you guys might move forward with reconnecting. This might be an opportunity for you to rebuild, your friendship or your connection with one another. Let's say it's a phone call and it's family. You promise to keep in touch more. This is an opportunity to reopen a connection with somebody that you've shared some good times with.
And that's part of the reason why I do think there's a connection here, Sayama, as a general reading for you, because I do feel that's true, that maybe, a connection is going to occur, and it may be somebody, you haven't seen in a while, or somebody you have fond feelings for. And I think, of course, mostly this leads towards what the Seven of Wands implies.
Well, the Seven of Wands here is reversed too, and it says, I actively hold true to my values. I think here, the Seven of Wands is here to say that, you may have to accept the fact that even though there's good memories here from the past and there's something here to definitely move forward with, you're not the same people you used to be. And so I think here that, your values, some of the things about what you guys feel for each other or about other things in life may have changed. Like, let me just throw an example out there that may not relate to you at all, Siama, but just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Maybe, for example, you're following different religious paths now, and so some of your values or ideas about life and things have changed. Maybe some of your hobbies or some of the things you used to do together, you both have kind of changed. So it's an opportunity to open a door again, but you may have to think of different ways of, carrying this relationship, this friendship, this family connection going forward. You may have to think of different ways of, working together and being together.
And we said we didn't take a long time? Okay. But I like that. I think that's very fair what you said there, because I think the idea could be that maybe this is something that was building, that somebody was trying to connect with you, and it wasn't necessarily to totally rekindle a relationship or a friendship. There's maybe something else going on, a different thing that is a matter between you, and maybe it's a matter, that has some good points, but maybe is not necessarily all about good points. It might be about resolving certain things from that past and moving forward from there. Maybe there was something unresolved in the past. Nothing horribly bad, but something that needs to be taken care of.
Now, this being said, we have here the moon and the ring, and that sounds very romantic, doesn't it? So, again, even though I did not stress love in this, there could potentially be, maybe you had a person in your life that you had as a friend that it could turn into a love relationship. I would not rule that out, or somebody from your past, but That being said, I could also say if this is something platonic, more of a friendship, more of a family connection, etc., what these cards might be indicating is this could be really something very positive for you in your life, something that could make you feel really good about things, and that you should commit to pursuing keeping this connection alive, whether it's romantic or whether it's something else.
I really like that. That's really worthy there. That's very fair.
Was that short enough for you?
But I think that now what I'm perceiving is that maybe the Seven of Wands talks about the fact that maybe this was a much more one-on-one primary kind of relationship, and maybe it broke, mutually or otherwise. Maybe it broke. That's the Seven of Wands. And so some of this coming together might be either to see if it's possible to resume, or maybe to go over some of what that is and decide if the relationship has just changed to friends. Maybe you're committing to being something different, a different kind of friendship now.
That's what we have for you, Sienna. Good luck with that.
All right. And now we are on Dr. V. And Dr. V asks, any career change prospect with the organization that started with I in May and beyond? Am I getting that right?
Yep.
Okay. So for this one, I will use, we're talking about change prospects. I'm going to use my Tarot of Transition. It has the lovely scarab on the back. Kephara.
Oh, excuse me. Now I'm yelling in, Mr. O.
We'll have to fix that. Okay, Dr. Victor. Whoops. So the first card, Dr. V, is the reversed Two of Wands. The next card is the Fool, and he's upright. And of course, the Fool is a wise fool. And then the final card is the Five of Swords.
Oh, man.
So this is interesting. It's not exactly playing out the way one might think. The Two of Wands.
Too bad, too.
Fox. Okay.
I had something to
And
say
Pots.
about that, but now I don't know.
Well, it is interesting. Maybe Banshee's onto something here. The Two of Wands could be talking about the idea that you're not realizing plans successfully. You're not feeling like you're really in control there. You're sort of feeling like maybe you don't have the level of control you want, and you might want to think about where you can find it or what you need to do about that.
The Two of Wands reversed indicates that maybe things haven't gotten off the ground, changing a prospect here. So I'm not so sure there is a change. It seems if there is a change, maybe there's a negative one, in that it just seems like there's setbacks here to plans, and maybe you have to rethink a strategy here for making some prospects work with this organization. Maybe that's what it is here, but something's amiss here, and maybe I'm just going to move on to this card next. Is that maybe you have to think really outside the box here, and you have to take a chance, Dr. V. You have to take a chance that maybe something could work out. You have to trust the universe, for better or worse. That Five of Swords seems to be the worst for me, but you never know unless you try. Sometimes we have to try at something and fail, because maybe we would succeed if we didn't try. We just don't know until we try. So I think the Fool is here saying, maybe you ought to gamble on this and see what comes of it.
I agree with Banshee on that. I think the Fool is about saying, just sort of have a sense of trust. Obviously, there's always a fail-safe point in trust where we say, okay, I'm done. You know, I can't do this anymore because it's ruinous. But this is saying allow some sense of chance or luck to figure into how you're looking at your prospects, or how you're looking at the energies there that would help you mold prospects. This does seem to feel like you've realized that maybe changes need to happen. Moving towards that Five of Swords, this could be saying that, you know, some of what you're doing could have unintended consequences, but it could also be saying too that maybe that's coming anyway, that maybe there are unintended consequences going on in this organization, or with the idea of seeking where your prospects could take you. What are those? I'm not exactly sure. It might come to me as we move on.
So it's upright, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I feel here that you may find it's more trouble than it's worth. Ultimately, after taking the risk or chance, you may find that this is more trouble than it's worth, or you're just, maybe there's competition, maybe there's, something here that's just going to make you, there's going to apply too much pressure on you, or you're just not going to feel is right for you ultimately. It's not, and when I look at the Lenormand, my first impression before I saw that lousy Five of Swords come up was that you might have many paths towards something happening with this organization here, because here's the fox, and the fox is about an organization or a workplace, etc., or a place to do business with, but this does not sound very hopeful. So now I'm thinking what this is saying, Dr. V, is that you may be looking for other paths and organizations to deal with.
I feel that way too, but I was reviewing Dr. Victor's question, and I'm wondering, because sometimes I think Dr. V has done this, is I may be referring to another person, because I think he's used initials before to do that.
But it says organization.
And that the organization, the second part, maybe has not started yet, but I is supposed to work with it starting in May.
I think the organization starts with the letter I.
Okay.
That's what I think that meant.
All right. So either way, though, the second part is that this hasn't totally happened just yet. This might be coming in May, apparently. And I do agree with Banshee is that maybe what the Lenormand is finally telling us is that you might want to seek success somewhere else, and that maybe you might see the signs of that, you know, the strife or consternation, possible backbiting between other employees, things like that, would lead you to want to stabilize by seeking something that looks more successful or more up your alley, the cleverness angle, you know, where your training and skills should take you.
I think there's a prospect here for you to take a chance on this and see what happens, because we don't learn and grow unless we do. And
That's
so
true.
whether it turns out right for you or not, you know, I think that you might ultimately pursue a different path towards, you know, to work with. I wish you luck with that, Dr. V.
Good luck, Dr. Victor, and you
Prove
are
us
welcome,
wrong.
Siama. Yeah. Prove us wrong.
And is Vidi up? I believe
Vidia's up.
And you're welcome, Siama.
I'd like to know what's in store for me in love for April and May. I feel there's a blockage. All right. You're welcome, Siama. All right, so we are moving to the bottom of the list here, which is great. Only a little bit of overtime.
Okay, what haven't I used? I thought I used the dog deck. Let's see, let's use for Hexa.
I've used all of my decks at least once.
I don't think I'll be able to. I'm getting close, but I don't think with people, I might. Actually, I might.
Well, including the Isis Tarot
Well, no,
Oracle,
actually, I
I have
won't.
7, so...
I will have used all the MJ coining decks, but not the others. One of them will go unused. That's because I used this one twice, the new Crystal Power Tarot, which I kind of like. I kind of like it. Yeah, I'm going to use that one for you, Violet. That's the one I was thinking of. That is going to get used. And then I have one more deck to use myself. Okay. It's about love in April. Let's see. Well, Viddy, we have the Page of Wands upright. I like that.
It's beautiful.
But we have the Eight of Earth reversed. We have the Four of Swords reversed. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think so. And in Lenormand, I love it when we have romantic questions and fish show up.
Oh no!
But also a tree.
Well, yeah, that is interesting. Well, Viddy, the Page of Fire is indicating something new could sprout up. I think here there's definitely some possibilities for some invitations or for some new beginning in relationship to love, being messages maybe being shared or received, connections maybe starting to develop. But, it's going to require some effort on your part to make this happen. Again, I feel here that, there's a potential here with the Eight of Earth that, you're not putting out enough effort in this regard to make things happen. There's possibilities for growth here to happen, but you got to put out the effort to make it happen. And with that Four of Air, it's saying here, you put some energy behind this, You definitely have the will or the desire to start something new, but now it's time to put some energy behind this. I'll stop before the Lenormand.
Pretty much that's what I see. I think the Page of Wands is talking about communications, letters, emails, or other things that may seem to be inviting to you or that you're aware of that maybe offer you possibilities. They could just be general ones too. Come to this place, for a singles dance, not necessarily a specific invitation from someone you know. Okay, so when I look at the Eight of Pentacles though, I wonder though if this is saying that to some degree you might be sabotaging yourself by not working with planning around this kind of stuff. That if you're aware of an event you want to go to or an invitation to something, you need to make sure you put it in a notebook or somewhere where you'll remember that so that you can't say, oh, I forgot about that. So don't necessarily work against yourself is what I think the Eight of Pentacles is saying. The Four of Swords or Air reversed is exactly what Banshee says. It's basically countering that reversed Eight, saying, no, you need to work on planning, bringing things, alive, rather than retreating from things.
Growth can happen. This is really funny. I'm going to take the fish in a little bit of a different direction here. Growth can happen by circulating, okay? By getting out there, getting in the flow, and trying to circulate more to meet people, connect with people, start setting, potential things in motion here. Now, maybe, like he said, there could be letters, emails, invitations received that could set this off. So I would say to you, if you get invited, to social affairs, accept more invitations, get out and about. It might serve you well and open the door for something to happen or develop.
Yes, I feel that Lenormand really strengthens the message of the reverse four swords. It's basically saying, get out there and circulate, get out there and move the energy, move the kai for yourself. That growth into the field you want is the only way to appreciate any benefits from it.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right, Vinny.
We are on Christine.
Hi, Christine.
Christine?
Okay, what is in store for you regarding your career?
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to go back to the Secrets Tarot for that one. Hello, Christine.
This will be my next step for Jackie. Right. Oh, I got you right at 4 o'clock. So we're doing okay. Just 2 readings, Jackie and Violet. We are done. Nice. I gotta write my card of the day for tomorrow. I haven't done that yet. I've been thinking a lot about it though.
Okay. So there's the reverse Six of Pentacles. There's the upright Knave or Page of Swords. And there's the upright Eight of Cups. And I'm drawn to go to this one first because I think this is saying ultimately you may find your career is changing or an opportunity within your career is pulling you somewhere else. And it seems to be something that you want to move towards with conviction. So where or how did this possibly start?
I'll let you finish.
The Six of Pentacles reverse could be saying that, of course, maybe you are tired of not feeling recognized. Six of Pentacles. Is that it? No, I'm sorry. Of feeling flow in your career. And it could pertain to essentially the monetary, financial considerations, but it could also be pertaining to really how you feel it provides security for you or it provides anything else that is tangible in a sense, you know. So I think that's where this starts, is the idea that you're not feeling the flow of things moving you towards realization in your career. You feel, or you will be, really stretching yourself in a good way. The Page of Swords is maybe saying putting your energy towards trying to be more out there, more projective, you know, the sense of really pushing your best positive image. And of course, like I said, this may lead to the opportunity to expand either somewhere else in your career or somewhere higher somehow.
And you don't think you're too long? Okay. I'm going to start here because I think this is where it begins. And it begins with this sense of, with the Six of Pentacles, this feeling that you want more balance in your career, whether it's the financial, whether it's work-life balance, whether it's just finding the balance within your career itself. You need it. It seems to be lacking, and therefore you're setting out to change that. You know, the Knight of Swords is somebody who moves rather quickly here. So I think, but this is you. This isn't circumstances around you moving it. It's you making the moves you need to make finally to make something happen. You're going to move swiftly. You're going to make some decisions about what you need to do to right this imbalance that's been going on. And ultimately, it's going to take you to a higher place. It's going to take you on an adventure in a way, you know, to try something that is elevating you. And maybe that's what you need. Maybe what's out of balance here is the fact that you don't feel, if maybe money is the issue, but you also don't feel like it's aspirational enough where you're at right now. You want to pursue something that's more challenging, more exciting, and really you can be passionate about. And I think that's where you're heading.
Christine, what you said about the martial arts, I sort of feel like that's a metaphor for that Knave of Swords there, because this is talking about a sense of graceful movement, of precision movement in a sense.
Yeah, you mentioned this last time to us, I remember.
So this could be saying you will find a way to move into that direction.
Yeah, I just thought I'd play off of that, Violet. I like what you said there about tarot for tomorrow. I just felt we should be different that way because, too, I also saw, I don't know whether what social platform it was on at the time, but I saw somebody was saying their card was the tarot for today, the card that they drew, and I wanted to be different from that. I didn't want to be, doing the same thing they were doing, so we decided to pull it the night before instead of on the day.
Stork.
And there you have it.
The man.
Now, I don't know if there's a partner or somebody who will be involved in this decision. It doesn't have to be a male. I'm kind of looking at this as being you, Christine, that you are going to pursue some new beginning, that some new beginning has really been germinating within you, and you're getting ready to take off, The stork is getting ready to deliver that baby, so to speak.
So
and so you are ready to start and initiate a new beginning.
So to sum it up, I think that's what it is. I'm looking at your question again. What is in store for you is the realization that you really do have to take a stronger hand in that, and really just be projective that way. That maybe this is saying really an opportunity is going to come to you, because the Lenormand tends to imply more of the physical things that could be happening.
Good luck with that. It looks pretty promising. I like it. I like it. Okay. All right, Jackie's up. And she wants a general as well. Yeah, it is. That's neat.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see
that. Your son's there. That's really interesting, Christine. Yeah. Maybe something is going to develop. I think that's an interesting synchronicity. Well, you'll have to keep us posted.
She says she will.
Well, Jackie starts out with this octopus. It's the Page of Pentacles upright. Another page, but this one's reversed. It's the Page of Cups reversed. And it's mice or rats. No, but they're on the card. It's the Hierophant upright.
I like the way he holds his hands like that.
It's funny. Well, what am I going to do with this? Well, there's some up and down here, Jackie. It's almost as if there's something that could be a fresh start for you as far as finance and money goes. Or
Bye,
maybe...
Sherry.
Take care, Sherry. You are welcome. You have a great week ahead. Thanks a lot. The Page of Pentacles here, Jackie is saying to me that you could get some good news, some good financial news. Or, maybe this is even good news about your health. I'm not sure, but one way or another, it's positive. It could stimulate something new happening in your life. But I feel here that, okay, if there is something new and something good coming, be careful not to get too enthusiastic about it to the point where you become a little bit, I don't want to say irrational. That's not the word I want to use.
Emotionally over-attached?
Maybe you over-exaggerate this. I guess I want to say here is don't overindulge or don't over-exaggerate. Yeah, thank you, though. You made me think about this. Don't over-exaggerate this beginning. Because I think if you attach too much to it too soon, like you let your imagination run away with you, like where this could take you, it maybe wind up being disappointing. And I think here you should just be very, okay, this is something good. I'll incorporate this into my routine or my daily life without maybe getting carried away. I don't know if this makes sense to you. Go ahead. 2 minutes. That
2.5 minutes.
Long.
2 minutes
Wasn't
and 30.
that long?
2 minutes and 35 seconds. Well, mine are shorter. They actually.
No, they're not.
Well, here I go.
Yeah, right, because you're on the...
So the page of no, I started when you started reading, not when you started pulling the cards.
I need to do that quietly when you don't know I'm doing it, like you did to me.
Well, you're interrupting me now, and the timer's running, so you've just padded my results. By design.
How many seconds?
20 seconds.
Right, because you keep
So
talking. Start the reading.
Page of Pentacles says that maybe you need to find out something more, like maybe you're feeling like you need to do more research or more study. There's something about inquisitiveness nature here. The Page of Cups, though, like I suggest, is maybe saying you feel emotionally over attached to something that maybe you need to get rid of. So I don't think these are the same things necessarily. This could be talking about finding something you need to do, but maybe is it possible that you're over attached to the idea that you do need to find that? I'm not sure about that. But when I look at the Hierophant and see the idea of maintaining a status quo, then maybe it does sort of fall into place that, some of this is about appearances, some of this is about being in a sense of what you want to accept for yourself as well as what you feel other people accept in the overall circumstances. You don't want to really try and do anything really crazy at this point in your life. You really want to have things kind of settle down into a sense of normalness.
You're never that short, usually.
Yes, I am.
So, no, you're not. You did it for the clock. And so, the thing is, I don't aspire a lot of things with timing in these readings. Some readings are going to be more complicated and take longer than others. And sometimes we have to process things differently. He'll take longer, I'll take longer. It's just the way it goes. So, the bottom line here to me is I could look at this whole thing another way and look at these as two different circumstances, Jackie. I think for the most part, generally, a general reading, status quo is going to exist for the foreseeable future. Not a lot of changes or shakeups. There may be some good news that you receive about finances, and there may be some things that emotionally get under your skin. This could be with family, this could be with friends, this could not be invited to something important. And so I sort of feel as though, there's a mixed bag. There could be a mixed bag going on here. That maybe these cards are not so much connected.
So in the Lenormand, we got the lilies and the stars. And I think this mostly says you want to feel hopeful about things improving, about things maybe maturing or evolving to the best acceptable decisions or circumstances that you're trying to create.
I think what this is saying is that, that's close to that, I think, but I think that you can remain hopeful, that you will be moving past some of this in the near future. Things seem kind of maybe stagnant or sticking to kind of a normal routine of some ups and downs right now, but you can be rest assured and keep hope alive, because it's there, that things are going to evolve, in the near future. And that's what we have for you.
Okay, thanks for that. I wasn't totally sure if I knew, just other than the fact that it seemed like there was something you might have wanted to start, but maybe you were questioning your need to do that, i.e. the emotional over-attachment, and maybe how it would affect the status quo of your life in other ways. You're welcome.
Mr. O,
What do you
I'm
want?
going to let you shuffle first for Violet.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. I thought I should shuffle
You
my
had me
deck.
do it once for Violet before when we did
It's not
this.
routine.
When you used, I don't know if it was the
What are we using?
baby deck, whatever it's called. I can't think of what it's called. The deck she got you.
Which one?
Ah. I don't think it was
The Moon Baby.
The Moon Baby. See, I said the baby deck. Why are you being so snarky? And I'm going to say it. You are being snarky.
I'm being the baby dick.
You're being snarky, the Egyptian one. Okay. Well, I'm not sure. I thought it was the Moon Baby, but maybe it was the Egyptian. Keep thinking it was one of those decks.
No, I'm the Moon Dick.
And he had me do it. And so I'm going to shuffle, and then I'm going to cut for you to pull them together, Mr. O. I just wanted you to be
That sounds so special.
a part of the reading, since we're using my deck twice in a row.
So now I know what the tarot deck I design will be.
All about Banshee deck.
No, the Moon Dick.
What?
I've said it 2 times already. This is the 1st time you
I'm
heard
trying to
it.
not listen. This is a family show.
That's what the problem always is. You try not to listen.
I'm going to put on my sound canceling headphones in a little bit when we're off the show.
I'm going to go somewhere.
Yes, you go work out.
I don't know if I want to do that.
I knew you didn't. I thought you were going to drag me there because I was yawning.
Well, last night or this morning we said we wanted to
Yeah,
go.
we did.
And now I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's review that question again.
Cosmic Star Family, why don't you tell me, with this big solar eclipse, trying hard to ascend to the 5D, raise my vibration into my part. All right. Global
Well,
ascension.
I don't want to be too much of a bummer, but our first one is the reversed Knight of Pentacles. And then there's, oh, I'm so sorry, the reversed Ace of Pentacles.
That's interesting. We'll talk, Violet.
And the reversed Tower. Crap.
I don't know that this message is about you per se. I think, but it is about what's going on with the eclipse here a little bit.
Okay, that makes it
And,
make
you
more
know,
sense, maybe.
it could, of course, affect anybody's ascension or, situation going on here. But let me get the Lenormand into this
I'm going to
equation.
start, though, if you
okay,
don't mind.
go ahead.
I think they want you to know that the eclipse is going to be causing some big stagnations. Maybe not with everybody, but with some people. This may not be applying to you, but they want you to know this, I think. And the idea of the stagnation, the really slowing down, also imparts over to the Ace of Pentacles. That's saying that if anyone was thinking, if people are thinking there are certain projects or things they want to start because they feel the eclipse is the sign to start that, slow down a little bit. Maybe it's not necessarily
exactly
a good time for certain things to start. especially if they're involving possibly even magical things. 'Cause we
Right.
have
I
our
was going to
pentacle
say,
there.
did you want to bring any magical talk in here about eclipses and the?
I just did.
Okay, fine. Are you done?
And so then finally, what they also want you to know too is that maybe for some people, the eclipse will affect them maybe more adversely than not. Maybe they may find that they are not understanding what they should have from the eclipse itself. Maybe their revelation is skewed somehow.
You know, and it's funny here, when he drew that darn Ace of Pentacles reversed, I really have the feeling here this is Earth. This is Earth for some reason. And I feel here that, you know, situations, I'm hoping in a sense this isn't saying there's going to be some shakeups here with the Earth, but I feel, and we've already experienced that with a couple of earthquakes that have gone on, the Knight of Pentacles is reversed here too, saying that I really feel here that this is going to slow down progress a little bit. The eclipse is going to slow down progress, I feel, for a lot of things. Not just you, but, you know, things that are happening on the planet right now that are rather, we would just like things to move forward in a better direction. It's stuck. It's stuck and it's slowing down. And when I look at the Tower reversed here, I feel it's magnifying the fact that people are not, you know, respecting the lessons they should be taking from what's been going on, you know, whether it's planetary and climate change or whether it's, you know, a lot of the upheavals we see going on in the world right now and in our own country. I really am feeling this, and clearly you want to ascend, but it's hard to really, you know, your guides want to remind you that this is a difficult time right now we're in. And so expect some slow progress or no progress during this time. And eclipses are like that. I don't know, maybe lunar eclipses are a little better, maybe. But I always got the feeling, I never got into the real doom and gloom stuff about eclipses, but I know they exist. I do feel it's not the best time to work magic and expect positive elevations. I'm going to do my Oracle of Portals tomorrow because I want to see myself what it's going to say about this, maybe hopefully in a positive light, but I'm not feeling it. And so you shouldn't worry too much about this. And here we have the Child talking about slowing down again, Violet, and the Ring, which means accept this. Commit to this right now, that things are not where you want them to be, and that it is a time to slow down a little bit. And accept that. Just accept it. Don't get upset and frustrated about it, Aries. I know how we are.
My turn again.
Yeah.
There are billions of people in the world, and I don't even think a very thin fraction of them can all ascend. So I think what the message is here is that the world is what the world is, and there's a lot of things going on right now that require all of us to maybe focus on those things rather than necessarily our own personal ascensions. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying anything like that at all. I'm just saying what they want you to know is that the eclipse may point out to a greater amount of people some of the flaws of the world's function. And that's maybe what they want you to know, is that maybe people's eyes, they won't learn the lesson, but maybe their eyes will be open to the fact that there is extreme planetary dysfunction. It's the planet itself, but it's also our consciousness in it. So those of us who do ascend will have a very hard time trying to bring everybody else up to that vibe. But that's what I think these things are saying to you, is that it's going to be a long haul to get us all there, or to get as many of us that need to get there.
It's really bizarre reading, Violet, and so not, I think, directed at your
Tower
ascension per se, other than the fact that you can expect the eclipse to not be that helpful here. You know, and it may not be helpful for a lot of us right now with everything.
In a
that's
way,
been
it's
going
almost like
on.
its own kind of tower thing
Yeah.
too. You know, that the
Yeah.
tower happens to basically teach us things, and maybe the eclipse is sort of the astrological or astronomical realization of the tower card for the world.
So I think if there's a lesson in this for you personally, it might be with this tower reverse, just
Yeah, it
saying,
is.
don't expect, you know, things to right themselves. More lessons have to be taken into account here, even in your own personal ascension. There's maybe some things you may still have to tidy up and revisit, unfortunately. And maybe that's some of the things that could come out during this eclipse for you, is that there's still some lessons that you're going to realize that you may still have to take into account and that you haven't totally reconciled, whatever they are.
Well,
So,
I still think that maybe that's the point, that you know they want you to know these things
wow, okay.
for the collective, because maybe you will be able to disseminate better to the collective what they want you to know.
Sorry we didn't have better things to say. But you know, it's funny because
forget
you're
your
the
glasses
first
tomorrow.
person who brought up the eclipse and, you know, for reading. And the eclipse has been seriously on my mind today, where I was thinking, should I do a reading about the eclipse to see if anything nasty is going to happen? I don't know. Because, you know, it's been kind of weird lately. Did you see, I don't know if I sent the story out there, but did you see what Mount Etna did recently, Violet?
Oh my God!
It was so fascinating. Mount Etna opened up another crater. It's small, and it started, you know, releasing, you know, steam or smoke into the atmosphere. And what it was doing, because of the way the crater was made into a perfect circle, it was sending off circles, perfect circles of steam. And it was awesome. The pictures, I don't know if you can find it anywhere if you did not see that. It was the coolest thing, but I thought, what the freak does this mean? You know, is this a good sign of people coming more together, or is this something else? Is it saying something else? But it was kind of interesting and fascinating with all the stuff happening, the earth movements and different things, that suddenly Mount Etna did this rather rare event. So, because it's rare that a volcano can do something so perfectly like that.
Yes, the last time was when it perfectly destroyed Pompeii.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool. I like what you said, there are things coming full circle.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be good or that could be bad. And that's kind of like that tower card, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, interesting stuff going on.
All right, everybody.
Wow. Hey, I want to thank everybody for putting up with us today. We were a little out of control here. Anyway, I want to thank you all. Hope you enjoyed your readings. And you know we'll be back here Thursday for
That's
another
right.
live Go At It.
All righty.
We'll see you later, guys. Take care. Survive the eclipse tomorrow. I'm sure we all will. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.